The ocean, a vast and unforgiving expanse, holds countless secrets. Sunken cities, lost civilizations, and shipwrecks laden with treasures lie scattered across the seabed. Among these mysteries, few have captured the imagination as powerfully as the tale of the Black Swan. This Spanish galleon, lost to the depths centuries ago, whispered promises of unimaginable riches. Legends spoke of gold and silver, plundered from the New World, destined for the coffers of the Spanish Empire. But the Black Swan vanished without a trace, leaving behind only whispers and shadows. For centuries, the story of the Black Swan was passed down through generations of sailors and treasure hunters. Some dismissed it as a mere fable, a maritime myth to ward off bad luck. Others clung to the belief that the Black Swan was real, its treasure waiting to be found. The allure of such a discovery proved irresistible. It beckoned adventurers and fortune-seekers alike, drawing them into the depths with the promise of untold wealth and historical significance. The Black Swan became a symbol of the ocean's boundless capacity to both captivate and conceal. It represented the enduring mystery of the deep, the tantalizing possibility that somewhere beneath the waves lay a prize beyond imagination. The legend of the Black Swan served as a stark reminder that the sea, for all its beauty and bounty, could also be a cruel and unforgiving mistress. It was a realm where fortunes were made and lost, and where history itself could be swallowed whole. Throughout history, the allure of lost treasures has captivated humanity. From the tombs of ancient pharaohs to the fabled city of El Dorado, the pursuit of hidden riches has fueled countless expeditions. The Black Swan, with its promise of Spanish gold, tapped into this primal yearning for discovery and adventure. It represented the chance to unearth not just treasure, but a tangible link to a bygone era. The pursuit of such treasures often goes beyond mere material gain. It speaks to a deeper human desire to connect with the past and claim a piece of history for ourselves. The Black Swan was no ordinary galleon. She was a masterpiece of 17th century shipbuilding, crafted in Seville, Spain. The year was 1687, and Spain's maritime dominance was at its peak. The Black Swan, christened El Cisne Negro, embodied this power. She was a galleon of impressive size, boasting 3 masts and bronze cannons. Her hull was designed for transatlantic voyages. The shipwrights of Seville used the finest timber and skilled artisans. Every detail spoke of craftsmanship. The Black Swan was a symbol of Spanish pride and ingenuity. Her launch was a grand affair, attended by dignitaries and merchants. As the Black Swan slid into the water, she carried the hopes of an empire. Her maiden voyage was a testament to her builder's skill. She sailed like a dream, her sails billowing with the trade winds. The Black Swan was fast, maneuverable, and capable of carrying substantial cargo. This made her a prized asset for the Spanish crown. For several years, the Black Swan plied the trade routes laden with riches. She became a familiar sight in the bustling ports of Seville, Cadiz, and Havana. The Black Swan earned a reputation as a lucky ship. Her captain, Don Rodrigo de la Vega, was a seasoned mariner renowned for his seamanship. The Black Swan's early voyages were a resounding success. She sailed back and forth across the Atlantic, laden with New World treasures. Gold and silver bullion were her most frequent cargo, but she also carried emeralds, pearls, and exotic spices. Each successful voyage added to the Black Swan's legend. However, the seas are prone to sudden shifts. The Black Swan was not immune to the perils of the deep. On one fateful voyage, she encountered a fierce hurricane. The storm struck with terrifying speed and fury. For days, the ship battled the elements. Despite their efforts, the hurricane proved too powerful. The Black Swan was crippled by the storm. Her masts were snapped, her sails torn, and her hull leaked. As the storm raged on, the ship was doomed. Captain de la Vega led his crew in prayer. Some sailors wrote farewell letters, casting them adrift. As the Black Swan sank, a strange calm settled over the sea. The storm abated as quickly as it had arisen. The Black Swan vanished into the depths, leaving behind only scattered wreckage. The exact location of her sinking remained a mystery. The year was 1708. Europe was embroiled in the War of the Spanish Succession. The Black Swan was ordered to undertake one final voyage to Havana, Cuba. Laden with gold, silver and priceless religious artifacts, Captain de la Vega felt a sense of foreboding. Unbeknownst to him, Captain Henry Morgan lay in wait. The Black Swan was his greatest prize yet. The Black Swan was more than a treasure ship. It was a symbol of Spain's maritime power and global influence. The treasures it carried fueled Spain's empire, funding wars and opulence. The Black Swan connected the New World with the Old, leaving an indelible mark on history. The Black Swan, a legendary ship, vanished centuries ago, becoming a symbol of lost treasure and maritime mystery. Tales of its immense wealth spread among sailors, whispered in taverns and inspiring countless treasure hunts. The ship's legend grew, blending fact and fiction, captivating adventurers and artists alike. Some stories claimed it carried royal jewels, while others spoke of a cursed Aztec idol. The Black Swan remains a powerful symbol of the sea's enduring allure and mystery. Beyond its monetary value, the Black Swan's potential treasure held immense historical and cultural significance. The ship's manifest, meticulously maintained by Spanish bureaucrats, listed a vast array of artifacts and objects that offered a glimpse into the lives and times of the people who lived and sailed during this pivotal era. The Black Swan, in essence, served as a time capsule, preserving within its wreckage a snapshot of 17th century life and culture. Among the listed items were personal belongings of the passengers and crew, including clothing, jewellery, religious medals, and even musical instruments. These everyday objects, often overlooked in the pursuit of gold and silver, provided invaluable insights into the daily lives of the people who sailed aboard the Black Swan. They offered a window into the fashions of the day, the religious beliefs of the crew, and the forms of entertainment they enjoyed during long voyages. The Black Swan's cargo also included a collection of books, maps, and documents. These items, if recovered intact, promised to shed light on the political climate of the time, the navigational techniques employed by Spanish mariners, and the cultural exchange that occurred between Spain and its colonies. The potential for historical discovery was immense, offering historians and researchers a unique opportunity to delve into the past and gain a deeper understanding of this fascinating period. The Black Swan's lost treasures represented more than just material wealth. They were tangible links to a bygone era, offering a glimpse into the lives, beliefs, and aspirations of the people who sailed aboard her. The discovery of such a treasure trove promised to enrich our understanding of history, providing invaluable insights into a pivotal period of exploration, conquest, and cultural exchange. The legend of the Black Swan proved irresistible to treasure hunters. For centuries, the quest to find her rested on whispers, old charts, and the hopes of striking it rich. Expeditions came and went, driven by the dream to find the Black Swan and claim her treasure. Early attempts relied on luck and intuition. Divers explored rumoured shipwreck sites, hoping to find the Black Swan. They faced daunting challenges. The Caribbean was unpredictable. Sudden storms and dangerous marine life were constant threats. Technology was primitive. Diving equipment limited their time and depth underwater. Despite challenges, the lure of the Black Swan's treasure was irresistible. Each expedition added to the knowledge about the ship. Charts were refined, narrowing down the search area. The hunt became an obsession for some. One such hunter was Jacques Cousteau, claiming descent from the Black Swan's crew. Cousteau spent decades scouring the Caribbean. He consulted maps, fishermen, and decoded messages. His belief inspired others, keeping the legend alive. Technology revolutionized the hunt for the Black Swan. Sonar, developed during World War II, allowed treasure hunters to map the ocean floor. Scuba diving enabled deeper, longer explorations. underwater metal detectors detected buried treasures. These advancements made the search more sophisticated and data-driven. Robert Ballard, famed for discovering the Titanic, led a notable expedition. His team mapped the Caribbean seabed, showcasing technology's potential. Section 3. False promises and near misses. Despite these technological advancements, the Black Swan remained elusive. The search for the lost galleon was fraught with false promises and near misses. Time and again, sonar readings would generate excitement, only to reveal a pile of rocks or the remains of a less glamorous shipwreck. Old maps, often passed down through generations, proved unreliable. Their markings faded and their accuracy questionable. The Caribbean, it seemed, was determined to keep its secrets. The ocean floor, a constantly shifting landscape of currents and sediment, often concealed shipwrecks beneath layers of sand and coral. Wrecks that were once visible could disappear from sight, buried by the relentless forces of nature. The Black Swan, if it lay buried beneath the seabed, could easily evade even the most sophisticated sonar equipment. Adding to the challenge, the Caribbean was littered with the wrecks of countless other ships, victims of storms, pirates and navigational errors. Distinguishing the Black Swan from this graveyard of ships proved to be a daunting task. Each potential target required careful investigation, often involving hours of painstaking work for divers who had to navigate treacherous currents and poor visibility. There were moments, however, when the Black Swan seemed tantalizingly close. On one expedition, a team of treasure hunters discovered a cannon bearing the Spanish coat of arms and the date 1687, the year the Black Swan was built. Excitement ran high, but their hopes were dashed when further exploration revealed that the cannon belonged to a different Spanish galleon that had sunk in the same area a few years after the Black Swan disappeared. Such near misses, while disheartening, only fueled the determination of the treasure hunters, reinforcing their belief that the Black Swan was out there, waiting to be found. Section 4. A glimmer of hope emerges. In the early 21st century, a new player entered the search for the Black Swan. Odyssey Marine Exploration, a company specializing in deep-sea exploration and salvage, set its sights on the lost galleon. Odyssey brought to the table not only cutting-edge technology, but also a team of experienced marine archaeologists, historians and researchers. Their approach was methodical and systematic, relying on a combination of historical research, sophisticated sonar mapping, and targeted underwater exploration. Odyssey began by scouring historical archives in Spain and the Americas, hoping to uncover new clues about the Black Swan's final voyage and resting place. They painstakingly examined ship manifests, navigational logs, and even personal letters, piecing together fragments of information like detectives solving a centuries-old cold case. Their efforts paid off when they unearthed a previously overlooked document in the Spanish naval archives. A first-hand account from a sailor who had survived the sinking of a Spanish ship believed to be the Black Swan. The sailor's account, though brief and lacking in specific coordinates, provided a crucial piece of the puzzle. It described the circumstances of the sinking in vivid detail, mentioning a distinctive landmark that the ship had passed shortly before encountering the storm. This landmark, a small, crescent-shaped island, became the focal point of Odyssey's search. Armed with this new information, Odyssey dispatched their research vessel to the area where the sailor's account placed the Black Swan's sinking. Using their advanced sonar equipment, they began meticulously surveying the seabed, their hopes rising with each passing day. The search, however, was far from over. The waters around the crescent-shaped island were treacherous, with strong currents and poor visibility. Section 1. Discovery in the deep. For weeks, the Odyssey team meticulously surveyed the seabed, their sonar equipment painting a detailed picture of the underwater landscape. Then, one fateful afternoon, a distinct shape emerged on the screen. A large, well-defined outline resembling the hull of a large vessel lay partially buried beneath layers of sediment. Could this be the Black Swan, hidden beneath the waves for over 3 centuries? Excitement crackled in the air, replacing the fatigue and frustration. A remotely operated vehicle equipped with high-definition cameras and robotic arms was quickly deployed. The ROV, its powerful lights cutting through the murky darkness, approached the target, sending back ghostly images of what lay below. The first grainy images from the ROV sent a collective gasp through the control room. There, partially obscured by sediment and marine growth, lay the unmistakable outline of a large wooden ship. The ROV revealed the sleek lines of the hull and ornate carvings on the stern. Bronze cannons still peered menacingly from their gun ports. This was the Black Swan, a ghost from a bygone era. The ROV explored the wreck site, revealing the Black Swan's treasure. Thousands of artifacts lay scattered across the seabed, silver coins minted in the heart of the Spanish Empire. Gold bars still gleaming after centuries underwater, chests overflowing with pearls and emeralds, delicate porcelain teacups lay alongside navigational instruments. The archaeologists and historians were ecstatic. This wasn't just a treasure trove, it was a time capsule. The discovery of the Black Swan sent shockwaves through archaeology and history. News of the find spread like wildfire, capturing headlines globally. The Black Swan, once a legend, was real. Its treasures, long thought lost, were about to resurface. As the ROV continued its exploration, it stumbled upon a particularly poignant scene. Near what was once the ship's galley, amidst scattered cooking utensils and broken plates, lay a human skeleton. The skeletal hand clutched a silver crucifix, its surface worn smooth by years of handling. This wasn't just a collection of artifacts, it was a graveyard, a final resting place for the souls lost when the Black Swan sank. The discovery of the skeleton cast a somber tone over the otherwise celebratory atmosphere aboard the research vessel. A hush fell over the control room, as everyone acknowledged the human cost of the Black Swan's tragic end. The treasure, for all its allure, was a reminder of the fragility of life, of the capricious nature of the sea, and of the countless stories that lay hidden beneath the waves. The archaeologists, guided by the ROV's cameras, carefully documented the scene. Every artifact, every bone held a story, a piece of the puzzle that was the Black Swan. The silver crucifix, once it was carefully recovered and brought to the surface, would be examined, analysed, and perhaps even traced back to its owner, offering a glimpse into the life of a sailor who lived and died aboard the legendary galleon. The discovery of the Black Swan wasn't just about the treasure. It was about the stories it could tell. It was about connecting with the past, about piecing together the lives and experiences of those who sailed aboard the lost galleon. It was about unraveling the mysteries of a bygone era and gaining a deeper understanding of our shared human history. The discovery of the Black Swan was more than just a treasure hunt. It was the reclamation of a lost legacy. The ship and its treasures re-emerged as tangible connections to history. The gold, silver and artifacts were transformed into historical artifacts, each piece a part of a larger narrative. The meticulous work of recovering and preserving the Black Swan's treasures began immediately. The treasures found new homes in museums and research institutions where they could be studied, preserved and shared with the world. The Black Swan became a symbol of the enduring power of the past to captivate and inspire. The Black Swan's discovery served as a powerful reminder of the ocean's enduring allure. Beneath the waves, hidden from sight, lay countless stories, whispers of history waiting to be heard. The Black Swan's tale reignited the imagination, reminding us that the quest for knowledge and discovery is never truly over. The ocean, vast and enigmatic, still holds secrets, treasures yet to be unearthed, stories yet to be told. The discovery of the Black Swan inspired a new generation of explorers to set their sights on the depths. Armed with advanced technology, they embarked on expeditions to unravel the mysteries hidden beneath the waves. The Black Swan had shown them that even the most enduring legends could hold a kernel of truth. But the Black Swan story also served as a cautionary tale. The ocean, for all its beauty and allure, could be a harsh and unforgiving mistress. It demanded respect, careful planning, and a healthy dose of humility. The pursuit of lost treasures, while exhilarating, could also be dangerous, both physically and ethically. The Black Swan reminded us that the treasures of the past belong not just to the finders, but to all of humanity. As long as the ocean continues to hold its secrets close, the allure of lost treasures will endure. The Black Swan, a symbol of both the riches and the risks that lie beneath the waves, will continue to inspire and intrigue. The ocean, vast and enigmatic, awaits, its depths whispering tales of adventure, of loss, and of the enduring spirit of exploration.